Alright, what's up guys? So in this video, I'll be showing you guys the easiest, the simplest day trading strategy to make your first 10k a month, okay? So before I start, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please just subscribe. And I post daily, Monday to Friday, about my trade recaps. So if you guys are interested, you know what to do. And before I start, if you guys want a more detailed explanation, this video right there on my page will explain everything. But I'll do my best to summarize everything in this. So let's start. First of all, we're gonna need three things: 4 hour, 1 hour, 5 minute. The 4 hour and the 1 hour, we're gonna do our analysis, and the 5 minute is for entries and confirmations. The pair we're gonna be using is Nasdaq, which is the best pair from backtesting and experience. The indicators will be these two, which is, you see those lines right there, it just basically indicate me a new day. So this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, and those are the session. So Asia session, London session. Asia session would be from 18 to 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. to 8 is London. So you guys mark everything up, okay? But with those indicators, everything is just gonna be already done. Now let's start. Basically, my strategy is very simple and very easy. Once you guys finish this video, you can go back test it for yourself and you're gonna see. This week was perfect. And the last weeks too. So the whole month of March was very nice for this setup. So let's start. Basically, what we do is, on the 1 hour time frame, we mark previous day's highs and low. Asia session, London session, high and low, okay? Then on the 4 hour, we look for any gaps. We scale down to the 1 hour to adjust them. And then on the 5 minute, to refine the gap for more precise entries. And then on the 5 minute time frame, after 9, because we trade New York session, we look for trades. And onset failed and reject, only wicks, no body. So basically, let's start. I'll explain this in a second. So what we do, we mark London high, London low, Asia high, which is right there, and Asia low. No need for previous days highs and low. Now, previous days highs and low are only for if you're gonna be aiming for more than a 1 to 2 RR, okay? Previous days highs and low are no entry points. So let's make that clear. Once it's done, you go on the 4 hour and you mark gaps. How can you find gaps? Basically, what we need to be looking for is a wick and then a body like that. So there's a gap right there. Mark it up and mark it up. Even if you mark the wrong thing on the 5 minute, everything is gonna be making sense and easy to find. So now that we have this marked, go back on the 1 hour. And what we do is adjust the gaps. On the 4 hour, we get the general zone for the gaps. 1 hour, we adjust them. So slide it over right there and slide it over right there. Now on the 5 minute, what we're gonna be looking for is like those two scenarios. So any line that we marked, what we need to see is one of the 5 minute candles filling the zone and then rejecting. Onset do like this, so only wicks. Next candle, onset hits again, we enter right away, okay? So depending on the trade, short or long. Now, if the first candle does a body, so the line it closed with a body and not a wick, there's no setup. So we still wait for the next candle or whatever candle does something like that. So we get confirmation of the line and next candle we can enter right away. So that's basically what we look on the 5 minute. So here, let me explain. Let's delete this. Everything is marked up, go on the 5 minute. 24. So I'll be back testing 24 to 28 Friday, okay? So let's start. What we do on the 5-minute is we precise the gap if needed. So right there, you just take it and slide it over to the next zone, which makes sense. I mean the next candle, so right there. This, we leave it as that. This is London low, Asia high, London high, okay? And this is the gap on the 1 hour we marked. Now, normally, what we do on the 5-minute for gaps, before anything, you adjust them. What I mean is you slide it over to the next one, so right there. But now, since we got confirmation, as we can see, 735 filled in this gap, then rejected. From there, we're gonna leave this 1 hour gap and not precise it or refine it, okay? So, let me redo it. We marked everything up on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, we're looking for gaps. Slide down to the 1 hour, slide down to the 5-minute. 5-minute, if we got no confirmation, like this one, you adjust it. Now, we got confirmation on this one, you leave it. From now, like I showed you guys on the 5-minute, so let me pull this back up. So ons filled and rejection, only wicks, no body, equal confirmation. Okay, so let me show you guys that, wait. And this is, okay, so I did forget something, let me just adjust it right there. There's no 3-minute, only 5-minute. All right, so here, let me just basically explain it. Like I showed you guys, so this is a body on the 5-minute. So this line is not confirmed, is no entry point, no nothing. So we're still waiting. 9:10, still waiting. Then as we can see right there, 9:15, above the line, only wicks. There's no wicks in between. So from there, this line is confirmed. From there, next candle, as soon as it taps the zone, we enter. On Nasdaq, I am risking 25 point for 50 point, okay? So 1 to 2 RR. Now, before I start, if you guys want to aim for more, that's up to you. Basically, if you want to play it safe and have a good win rate, leave it to 1 to 2, okay? So basically, this is the first trade right there, okay? Why? Here we rejected and it's only wicks. From there we entered by 9:20. Now we need to be careful. Why? Because as we can see further, before, 735 filled in this gap and rejected. So from there we know this is a strong point. So let's say you guys are holding for more. You guys would have been stopped out or break even depending on what you do, okay? But now, what could have been done if you guys didn't take this trade right there? As we can see right there, this gap already got confirmation, right? Normally, if this didn't exist, right there, first confirmation, why? Only wick. Filled in the zone, rejected, only wick, no body. From there, I'm in by 9:35. But for this specific day, the gap already got confirmed. So from there, as soon as it tapped, 9:30, we're in. And we can see we got our profit 5 minutes later. And all of this is documented right there. So if you guys want to check it out, check it out. And when I finish, if you guys want to go back test for yourself, you can try it out. So let's do the next day. So Monday, Tuesday. Like I said, same thing. So mark Asia and London high and low. Right there. Then we look for any gaps on the 4 hour. So we get the general idea of where it is. So Tuesday is going to be right there. Mark it up. And that's why the strategy is nice, because even if you, let's say, marked something wrong on the 5-minute time frame, if you don't get the wick confirmation, well, you don't enter. So you always have higher chance for a clean setup. So right there is on the 4-hour. Now, what did I say we do? We adjust the gaps. So now we have this and this. So what we're gonna do is just slide this right there and put another one right there. And yeah, there's none other. So let's scale down to the 5-minute now. 25. Very easy, very simple. So everything makes sense. Now this gap right there, that's the 4 hours. So that's the 1 hour gap, and this is the 1 hour gap, right? Now, what did I say we do? We adjust this if there's no, basically if it doesn't make sense, okay? So right there I see there's a bunch of candles which doesn't make sense. So what I'm gonna do is adjust the gap. Now you take it and you slide it over. Does this make sense right there? Not really. There's candles in between. There's 710, doesn't make sense. Okay. Can we take it a little bit backward before? Why? Because on the 4 hour, we got the general idea, right? But we have it between this and this. So we do. I'm gonna slide it before. Right there. Okay, right there makes sense. Right there makes sense. So I'll place it right there. Here, right there actually. Why? Because we got the most hits. So here, filled in, rejected, filled in, rejected, filled in, rejected, and rejected right there. And as we can see, wherever I put it here or here, 940, 945, 950, rejected, and from there, let's see, 122 before 10 a.m. Okay. So even if you placed it incorrectly, or even let's say you placed, you're not sure, right? So you place it here, you place it here, doesn't matter. Once we see the Wix confirmation, we're in. So let's see. Right there, we have no trade, no setup yet. 940, we filled in, we filled in the Asia high and the gap. So from there, that's even 2 confirmation. And we see a clean rejection. From there, we wait for next candle to hit, which 945 it did. Onset taps, right away we're in, okay? And let's say you marked the gap. Let's say the gap that you marked. So on the 1 hour, where was it? Was it right there? Let's say it was right there, right? So by 9:35, so like that. Your stop loss is wide enough that you would have been saved, okay? But like I said, it's important to precise the gap if there's no confirmation, so we get the better entry. So right there, and that's a 122 right there, and we're done for the day. Let's go do the next day. It's very easy, like this is perfect for beginner or for everybody, okay? So Tuesday. And guys, I want to say something. Whatever strategy that you guys use, as long as you have good rules, good risk management, it can work. What I mean by that, let's say the current strategy you're using, you're winning 2 days out of 5. Let's say you're risking 100 to make 200. So that's 200 first day, 200 second day, right? That's 400. Let's say you lose the 3 other days. So minus 100, minus 100, minus 100. You're still profiting 100 on the week, okay? Now, this is 100 on the week. It depends how much you're risking, right? So usually I risk around 1K to make 2K. So it all depends. So whatever strategy you're using, as long as you have good risk management, obviously if you take more than a trade or you go revenge trading, it's not gonna work. So yeah, this strategy has a lot of good setups happening. So as long as you're following your rules and everything, you should be all right. But like I said, every strategy can work. You just have to figure it out. Right there, everything is marked. Go on the 4 hour. 4 hour, I can see this gap right there. Mark it up. And I don't see any other, okay? Why? Because we need to see a wick with a body. So we have the general idea right there. Adjust the gaps right there. Now, do we see any other 1 hour gaps that we can mark? Not really. Let's go back on the 5 minute. Let's adjust these. Okay, perfect. Now this is on the 5 minute. What did I say we do? We adjust the gap if needed. So right there, it does make sense, but if you want to be more precise, and you can just clone it and put it right there. This makes sense. And if you guys notice right there, this makes the most sense. Why? It went pretty close, but sometimes it's like that. We see here, pretty close, then rejected, pretty close, then rejected, okay? So let's see what ended up happening this day. This day, the gap didn't even get filled, nothing. But what ended up happening is, so there's no setup, 920, we're not in yet. Why? It's all the body right there. So there's no entry. 925, we got confirmation. It tapped in this zone, it filled in this zone and left only a wick, no a body. From there, this line is confirmed. What is this line? Asia low. From there, 930, onset taps the zone, we're in. And look at that, guys. Beautiful 122 by 945. Now you just need to trust the process. 935, 940, pretty close to stop you out. But you just leave it at that. You don't move your stop loss, you don't move your take profit. Leave it as that. Either it plays out or it doesn't. And that's it for the day. As we can see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, clean setup, easy to understand. So let's do the next day. Thursday. So yeah guys, if you guys are enjoying, please just subscribe to show support, and that's all I ask. So let's keep on going. Everything is marked up. 4 hour. 4 hour. Do I see any gaps? Not really. We can't see this gap right there, but it doesn't matter, as we can see. And I can see this gap right there. Go back on the 1 hour. Now, what I like to do is, if the gap is not from previous day or the same day, I don't use it. So this, I wouldn't be using it, okay? Because it's just unlikely that a setup happens anyway. It's way too far. The more recent the gap, the better. Here, I can leave this right there. Now what we do, we can adjust it, like I said. And if there's any 1 hour gaps, we can mark them up. So I can see this 1 hour gap, this 1 hour gap, just mark them up, okay? And none other. So we go back on the 5 minute. What we do, we adjust the gaps if needed. This goes right there, just slide it over. Okay, and those gaps are the one above. This would go right there. This, it's way too far, I'll just remove it. So let's see what ended up happening here. And when you guys go on the 5 minute, adjust your sessions, okay? Because so they are more clear. So let's see what ended up happening. So right there, we got confirmation 925 of this zone. What I would have done is, next candle, onset taps, I'm in, right? Now, does Is this a losing day? Maybe. Let's go check. I'm not sure. 1 minute, 27. And even if it's a losing day, we already won 3 times, so we're already in profit. Whoops. 931, 930. Seems like it's a W trade. Okay, seems like we won. But obviously with spread and everything, you may have took an L right there, okay? But let's say you get instant entries, so same price. Right there would have been a nice 1 to 2. Now let's say you missed this trade. There's one thing that we don't do for this strategy, okay? Let's say you miss the trade, or you take an L, or you take a W. Once you enter the trade or you miss the setup, there's no other, how can I say? You shouldn't look for any more setups, because this strategy works best once it hits a zone. If you lose or win, or you miss the trade, let's say you miss the trade, if it pulls back to it, take it. Now, if you take an L, I personally wouldn't be looking for any more trades. The odds of a setup happening again is less likely. So best to do is just leave it as that. We already have, we are Thursday, we already have 3 winning days. So let's say you're risking 1K to make 2. And that's just aiming 1 to 2, okay? Right there, minus 1K, 5. You see guys, we're already at 5K on the week. That's just a week. You can make easily 10K a month, easily. So, right there. And I can consider this a win, or if, let's say, we got filled in as a, let's say price came in here, we got filled in right there. This could have been an L, and it depends. Maybe you guys break even, so this could have been a break-even day. Anyway, basically, we're done for this day, and we look for the next day. This was Thursday 27. I just want to check something. Friday, Thursday. Yeah, I probably got spread and took an L on this day. So Friday. Alright guys, so let's do Friday. Friday was a very clean day, and as I was saying earlier, even if I lose Friday or I win Friday, you guys seen it. I'm already up 5K on the week. That's 1 week. So yeah, we do the same thing. So mark everything up. Okay, mark this, mark that. Go on the 4 hour. Do we see any gaps? Yes. Wick, body, perfect. 1 hour, adjust it. As we can see already, before I do anything, the 9-hour candle filled in this gap, rejected. That's over 500 a move, 500 points, okay? So pretty easy. Go on the 5 minute. So as we can see, 9:15. So there's no setup, no trades. 9:15. We enter right away. Why? Why didn't we adjust the gap on the 1 hour? So this is 1 hour, right? Why didn't we adjust it to the 5 minute? Why? Because before 9, as we can see right there, we got rejection. So this line, this gap is already confirmed. If this didn't happen, then yeah, you can precise it. From there, I'm not looking for another candle. Once it taps, I'm in. So right there, I would be in right away. Okay, very easy. Now, here we had another kind of a setup, okay? So I'll explain. As you can see right there, this skyrocketed, right? Why? Now, this is the obvious trade setup, okay, for the day. So let me just remove this. This is the obvious setup. 1 to 2, want to aim for more, 1 to 5 easily. As we can see right there, those lines 9 and 905 both filled in this line or this zone and then rejected. So from there you can mark those zones and it wouldn't affect your trading. Why? Your stop loss is wide enough to cover everything. Let's say it want to run to London low, you'll be okay. So basically this is the main setup, right? But what I did on Friday, I missed this setup. I took this one right there. I seen those two reject off of this zone, and I know that my stop loss is wide enough that let's say it wanna run to London low, I'll be alright. Now this is dumb because it could have been going deeper because we filled in this gap and rejected. But since I missed it, I broke one of my rules technically, because I shouldn't look for any trade if I missed it. But anyway, basically I entered right away right there. Why? We got confirmation and my stop loss would cover everything, and from there I got my 1 to 2 easily. So yeah, and that's it for this week. So yeah, pretty easy, best trading strategy so far, super easy to understand. If you guys want to check this here, 1 hour, 4 hour analysis, 5-minute entries. You can't go wrong, you know. The only way you can lose, let's say just the price want to go deeper, or as we've seen this week, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Monday, every single day is a win, and it's very clear. Thursday could have been a win, but if for me I got spread, you know. So let's say you enter a trade right there, but price fills you like that. So I didn't get my take profit and I ended up losing. Now, for this strategy, guys, I'll recommend just aim 1 to 2 and be consistent with that. You'll be more than alright, have a good win rate, and have everything. Another thing is, if you lose, don't take another trade. I'm telling you guys. Right now, the only thing messing me up is me not following my rules, okay? So as long as you guys follow your rules, you'll be alright. Technically, 7K on the week. Let's say we get the same lock, or not lock, the same clean setups. That's 28K for the month. I'm just saying, 28K a month. Now, obviously, it all depends, but how much you're risking and everything, but yeah. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying this type of video, make sure to subscribe. Like I said, I'll be posting every single day my trade recaps and everything for free. I'm not hiding everything. I'm not hiding anything. And right now I am on take profit. Okay, so once I pass this account, I'll start actually, you know, getting actual payouts and everything. So yeah, if you guys already said it, I'll see you guys Monday.